Developing this morning, a new U.S.-led military operation will focus on security in the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden after recent attacks on commercial shipping. The Red Sea is connected to the Mediterranean Sea via the Suez Canal and is one of the most heavily traveled waterways in the entire world. Good morning, everyone. The effort already involves several Mayport-based ships and the sailors on board.
The attacks are coming from rebels in Yemen and began after the start of the war in Gaza. Newswatch reporter Brianna Andrews joins us live. And Brianna, commercial traffic is grinding to a halt because of these attacks.
Oil giant BP is the latest to announce its decision to pause shipments through the Red Sea out of fear of being attacked. Now it joins several of the world's largest shipping companies like Maersk and Evergreen in this decision. Now, the latest attack was just yesterday. A tanker, the Swan Atlantic, was targeted by a drone and ballistic missiles launched from Yemen, according to U.S. Central Command. It called for assistance, and the closest U.S. warship, the USS Carney, which is based out of Mayport, responded to assess the damage. A second commercial ship was targeted around the same time, but it was not damaged. The attacks came as Defense Secretary met with senior Israeli officials in Tel Aviv to discuss the war in Gaza. He later flew to Bahrain to meet with other Middle East defense ministers and announce Operation Prosperity Guardian. The new multinational initiative will focus on security in these key shipping lanes and called the escalation of these attacks a threat to the free flow of commerce.
These attacks are reckless, dangerous, and they violate international law. And so we're taking action to build an international coalition to address this threat. And I would remind you that this is not just a U.S. issue. This is an international problem, and it deserves an international response.
Houthi rebels claimed responsibility for both of yesterday's attacks. The Houthis are backed by Iran and oppose U.S. and Israeli influence in the Middle East. The group is targeting ships it believes are supporting Israel. The owner of the Swan Atlantic says it has no ties to Israel. Mayport-based ships are already on the front lines of this effort. This is video from Saturday when the USS Carney shot down 14 drones launched from Houthi rebels. Last month, another Mayport-based ship, the USS Thomas Hudner, shot down several other drone attacks launched from Yemen. In another instance, a third Mayport ship, the USS Mason, was targeted by 2 ballistic missiles while it was responding to a commercial tanker's distress call. It was not damaged. Now, the UK, Canada, and France are a part of this effort. We will update you more on the situation as more develops. For now, reporting live, Brianna Andrews, Channel 4, the local station.
Now, this story hits closer to home than you may think. We have international cargo ships that come here all the time because we are a port city. If companies continue to avoid the Red Sea, we may see impacts on global supply chains. Any ship that avoids the Suez Canal would be forced to take a much longer route around. The canal connects Europe and Asia, and ships that bypass it are forced to go around the Horn of Africa. That route is roughly 40% longer. It requires more fuel to make the trip. Plus, there are pirates around the Horn. Those factors may lead to slower shipments and higher costs. For some perspective, traffic in the Suez Canal was brought to a halt in 2021, if I remember my history, when a large container ship blocked the waterway for 6 days. The Suez Canal Authority estimated losses from the blockage at roughly $1 billion.